I hope you guys know, in case you ever wonder, like, should I write a letter or tell that band what a song meant to them? I can't really say for other bands, but for us, it's literally like what keeps us going sometimes, you know, especially you play shows and sometimes everyone seems like really excited to be there, and then other times you play a show and it seems like everyone's waiting for it to end, you know? So like, you get through one of those shows and you're like, did anyone get what we were trying to say? Like, what happened? And then you get back to the bus and it's like, last night we got a letter from a girl, and it's just like, those things are, for me, you know, what keeps me going. But I had a dude, like a 55-year-old guy named Patrick, came up to me in tears and said, a year before he was at the end of his rope, his kids were like addicted to drugs, his wife had separated from him, and so he had split his wrists and had like gotten out of his truck and lay down in the middle of the road, was waiting to either bleed to death or get hit by a car. And he said the radio just happened to be on in his truck, and By Your Side came on the radio.
Amen, Lord.
And it was like, right then it was the first time he realized no matter how bad he was, God was still there. And he said it was enough to get him to get back in the truck. He drove to a hospital, they bandaged him up, and then after a year, he had gotten saved, his wife had gotten saved, and both his kids had gotten saved, and had gone through rehab and off drugs, and they're standing there, and he's like, and this was the church. And what was crazy was the show we were playing was like in the middle of nowhere, Maine. Like, we're literally like, who are we going to play for? Moose? You know? Moose. But he was there and he was like, and what's crazy, because the show got moved to that church because something fell through with the other venue, but he was like, this was the church I went to. And I always dreamed of being able to tell you guys, but I thought there's no way they'd ever come to this town. And I was like, you're right. And so that's the one that I keep thinking about this year. It's pretty unbelievable.
Audrey or Rand or anybody?